Interview 31, March 1997, Roswell, Georgia. But you want to know how to really be great? How a great lover really pleases a lady? All your basic smoothie-type fellows will always say they know. They're an authority and such. It's not a fag, darling. You have to hold it in. Most of these fellows, they haven't got the first damn idea how to really please a lady. Not really. A lot of them don't even care, to tell you the truth. That's your first type, your Joe six-pack cracker type fellow there, your basic pig. This fellow's barely even semi-conscious about life anyhow, and when it comes to love-making, why, he's just pure selfishness. He wants whatever he can get, and as long as he gets it, that's all there is to it far as he's concerned. The type that rolls on and has at her, and the minute he comes, he rolls back off and commences to snoring. Go easy there. Why, I suppose this is your old-fashioned stereotype male fella. Older, the fellow that's been married 20 years and don't even know if the wife even ever comes. Never thinks to even ask her. He comes, and that's all that counts as far as he's concerned. Q. These aren't the fellows I'm talking about. These are more like just animals. Roll on and roll off, and that's all she wrote. Hold it closer to the end there and don't inhale as much as in a regular fag. You want to hold it in and let it absorb. This is mine. I grow it. Got a room all lined with mylar and lights. Darling, you would not believe what it goes for down here. Those fellows are just animals. They're not even in the type of game we're talking about here. No, because the ones we're talking about here are your basic secondary type of fellow, the fellow that thinks he's a great lover. And it's real important to these fellows that they think of themselves as great. This preoccupies a major block of their time, thinking they're great and they know how to please her. These right here are your sensitive male smoothie type. Now, they're going to look like the complete opposite of your white trash fellow that don't even give a shit. That's it, but go easy. But now don't go thinking these fellows are really any better than your basic pigs are. Seeing themselves as a great lover doesn't mean they give any more of a shit about her than the pigs do, and deep down they aren't one little bit less selfish in bed. It's just with this type of fellow what they get off on in bed is their own idea of themselves as a great lover that can make the little lady just about lose her mind in bed. What they're into is a woman's pleasure and giving her pleasure. That's this type's whole trip. Q. Oh, like say going down on her yin-yang for hours on hours, holding off their own coming so they can keep at it for hours, knowing the G-spot and ecstasy posture and such, running down to Barnes & Noble's for all your latest female sexuality type books so they can keep up on their knowledge about what's going on. I'm guessing from looking you over out here now you've run up against a smoothie a time or two, with his pheromone aftershave and strawberry oil and hand massages and the holding and touching, that know all about the earlobe and what kind of flesh means what, and the aureole and the backside of the knee, and that new little ultra-sensitive spot they say they found now just back of the G. This type of fella knows them all, and you can be damn sure he's going to let you know he knows how to... Here, give it here. I'll show you. Well, and now, darling, you can just bet this type of fella wants to know if she came, and how many times, and was it the best she ever... And like that. See there? When you blow out, you don't even want to be able to see anything. That means you got her all. I thought you said you did this before. This is not your average cracker ditchweed. It's like a notch on this fellow's gun for each time he can make her come. That's how he thinks about it. It's too damn good to go blowing half of it back out. It's like you got a Porsche and you're only driving it to church. No, he's a notcher, this fellow. That's a good way to compare them, maybe. The two types. Your pig might put a notch for every one they nail. That's their notches. They don't care. But your so-called great lover type fellow puts a notch for every time each one comes. But they're both of them just notchers. They're both really the same type fella underneath. Their trip is different, but it's only just their own trip that they're on, in bed. And the little lady deep down's going to feel like she's getting used just the same. That's if the lady's got any sense at all, which is another story. And now, darling, when it goes down a little more, you take and don't grind it out with your boot there like you do a regular fag. You want to wet up your finger and gently pat the end of it and put it out and then save it. I got something to save them, man. Me, I got something a little special, but you're more run-of-the-mill as them little film canisters from the developer. That's how come nobody ever throws those out. See if you ever see you a little film canister thing in the trash someplace.